What's up, legends? I'm back at my favorite spot, the place where I got my first uku. Chucked my rusty spoon and I'm dropping on top of this ledge. I think it's about 15 meters or 45 feet of water. I'm going down to lay on the bottom. I like to always use some type of throw flasher. Even though it adds something to think about during a drop, I think that it brings in a lot more fish, and so why not do it? I'm having some issue with some water in my mask and a little bit of fog. That's why I'm shaking my head. I don't even see that uku come in. The GoPro picked it up nicely, but I'm still pretty blinded. I'm like shaking, still scratching the reef, still grunting, still do not see this fish. And then I think finally I sort of clear my mask and figure out, oh, there's an uku right in front of me. I still can't really see that well, and so I kind of start chasing him to try to get close, but he just swims off and heads out into the blue. That drops off to about 150 feet or 50 meters over there. Yeah, not all drops can be perfect. Sometimes you'll have some water in your mask or something will just kind of go wrong. You just got to correct it and get dialed in for the next one. I took a few more drops on that ledge and nothing came in, and then I was just kind of kicking around on the ledge and I see a random free swimming uku. I immediately drop to the bottom, no spoon, no chum, nothing. You can see I don't just float down, I kick all the way down to the bottom. The fish was a little bit away from me, so I kind of felt like it was the best to just hit bottom quick, hopefully without him seeing me, and then try to grunt him in. Now that I'm on bottom, I'm just scanning and grunting. Sure enough, you will not believe it, here comes the uku! Yes! Let's slow things down and analyze exactly what happened. So I see him coming in, I keep grunting, I slowly raise my gun in his direction. He comes in and then he turns broadside. This was a crucial moment, he's still a little bit out of range. He comes in again, turns broadside, and then I take him. It's really nice to watch these videos back and analyze exactly what you did right and wrong. If I hadn't already got my first uku, I probably would have taken that shot when he turned broadside the first time. But here I really showed my patience and I waited for him to come in again and then turn broadside the second time. Something I did wrong was I put my second hand on my reel, which I've never seen. I don't know why I did that. I should always have my back hand on the back of the gun if I'm even going to use a second hand. Yeah! Yeah! Again! Reverse unicorn shot. Such a beautiful fish, really good size uku. After I dispatch the fish, I like to spend a few minutes doing this little swiping ceremony. For me, this is quite a sacred moment. The spirit of the fish is now leaving his body. This is a really special way that I like to show gratitude and respect for the harvest. I'm honoring the fish's life while also admiring his beauty. It's a time for celebration as well. You're celebrating your accomplishment. I'm just so full of gratitude, appreciating my bond with the ocean and appreciating my bond with this fish. Shout out to the Moth Spearfishing channel and Hen Hunter. Check out their videos. They put me on about this whole swiping thing. Let me know, what does swiping mean to you? What a beautiful fish. If you don't spearfish, do you have some type of sacred practice that's similar to this? Here we are on another drop in about 6.5 meters, only like maybe 18 feet of water. I saw some really nice moo, so I'm gonna try to do a longer drop, and I'm putting some chum in the water. I'm gonna try to get one of these moo to come in. For moo in this area, I find they respond well to dusting, so I'm gonna dust a bit. I'm also kind of like hiding behind this big coral head to my left. And yeah, for moo, you gotta have a lot of bottom time. You gotta hide your face. You gotta really restrict your movements. So you're basically just laying down there, not moving around too much. And then they sometimes give you a chance. Here, this drop, nothing's really coming in. I do see a moo or a moo similar fish. I don't know, it's like almost like a false moo, and I take him at the end of this drop just because he gave me the perfect shot. I don't know if the female moo have different markings than the males and that's what it is, but one type of moo is way easier to get than the other. These clownfish were a nice reminder. Whenever I see something special like this, it just reminds me to stay present and appreciate the beauty of the ocean. Of course, I enjoy the hunt, but I also just enjoy all these different types of encounters and just being in the ocean, spending time in the ocean. Here I'm dusting a bit, and then I realize there's a moo behind this rock, so I try to army crawl and sneak up on him. But unfortunately, moo in these waters are so smart, they always seem to stay just out of range. I take a Hail Mary and he darts off. After my last video, some of you were asking what a breathe up is. A breathe up is basically the time you take when you're preparing to do a drop. You're on the surface, you're slowing down your heart rate, and you're just trying to calm yourself down as much as possible. A strategy I use is a 1 second inhale and a 7 second exhale. That technique is going to slow down your heart rate. The longer you do it before a drop, the better. The final breath before your drop, you take a belly breath, then fill your chest, then fill your throat, and even you can pack if you want on top. Just getting as much air in your body as possible. If you get a good breathe up and a good final breath, it's going to allow you to have encounters like these. This was a small puppy dog or a baby dog-toothed tuna. He never really comes in, and then I sort of chase him off, and I never really get an opportunity on him. This zone looks fishy. I drop on this ledge. I had just thrown my spoon, and I see something coming in. I'm grunting, I'm waiting, I'm super excited. It looks like an uku. I try not to stare him down too hard. Then he's coming in, I'm getting ready to line up the shot. He turns broadside. What the? He looked just like an uku when he was coming head on, but that was just a puffer fish. Surface interval is also something I'd like to talk about. It's really important for safety, especially if you're going solo. Basically, you want to do double the time on the surface that you did below. So for a 1 minute drop, you need 2 minutes up top. After my dive, this local Grom wanted to do a little bit of free diving training with me, so I was happy to help him out. Here I was limiting his surface intervals, kind of like an O2 table. One more. Satu lagi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13. Woohoo! Mantap lah! If you like today's video, you're gonna love this next one. The viz was insane.